from hauntedflower.com and hauntedflowerreviews.com, and last night I saw a screening for Horrible Bosses. Horrible Bosses is directed by Seth Gordon and is about the story of three employees that are very, very dissatisfied with their bosses. In fact, if these bosses were somehow magically taken out of the equation altogether, their lives would improve astronomically. At first, this sounds a little bit like a movie called Office Space, but the big difference is that in Office Space, these three employees were very dissatisfied with the same work environment, the cubicle lifestyle, everyone they were surrounded by, and kind of just wanted to go on a little bit of an embezzlement escapade. In Horrible Bosses, we established that not only are these bosses dumb, incompetent, and annoying to be around, but are actually downright evil in some regard. Very important for establishing a legitimate motive for wanting to bump them off. Listening to this, it still sounds a little, they want to kill them? I don't know if I can get behind that. But what makes this movie succeed is the casting. First you have Jason Bateman, the wonderful straight guy playing understated actor from Arrested Development. He plays a guy who has been working at the same job for 8 years. First one to get there, last one to leave, and working his butt off for a promotion. And lo and behold, his boss is the evil Kevin Spacey. Kevin Spacey decides, instead of giving this promotion to Jason Bateman, that he's just going to take on the position himself and have 2 titles and extra pay. What a jerk. Then you have Jason Sudeikis. In his job, he actually really likes it, loves the environment, the people he works with, and especially his boss, Donald Sutherland. Through some circumstances, Donald Sutherland is replaced by his idiot son, Colin Farrell, who is uglier than I've ever seen him, with some sort of funky pot-belly, comb-over, bald cap thing going on. This guy kind of just wants to drive the company into the ground and get as much money out of it as possible so that he can spend it on hookers and beaches and things like that. Winner. Finally, you have Charlie Day, who is one of the funniest guys out there, hands down. I mean, he just does things with his voice. Yeah, it's the same thing as his character Charlie in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, but it's so funny. This guy is hilarious. He plays a dental assistant to Jennifer Aniston, who is engaging in all sorts of sexual harassment towards him. And he feels very uncomfortable and unsafe in his work environment because he's engaged. You shouldn't be making those advances, hot woman. His friends have a really hard time comparing his situation to theirs because it's so different. Jennifer Aniston goes to some extremes that you wouldn't necessarily expect from her. It's a very different character for her, and she takes a turn as a brunette. So it's really funny. The big question is, if you're not happy with your work environment and your boss, why wouldn't you leave and go find another job? Well, the big excuse is that there aren't enough jobs out there. The funny thing that they never come up with, that is always in the back of my mind, is why not start your own business? But they don't go there. Given the situation that they do have, this is actually a really, really funny movie. It's well done, and I really love the situations they get into. The chemistry that each of them has with each other and with their bosses is really great, really funny. Hands down, one of my favorite characters in the movie is played by Jamie Foxx when they go to him for hitman advice. And I can't tell you his name, but it's pretty funny too. While you might think that this movie will rub you the wrong way, and even though there are situations in it that you see coming way before they come to fruition, I still felt like every time I knew something was going to happen, I couldn't wait for it to happen. I was still very excited and couldn't wait to see it play out on the screen. So I didn't mind some of it being a little bit predictable. Really like these guys, really like the people playing the bosses. Everybody did a great job in this, and I think it's really, really funny. So go on out there this weekend, grab a bunch of your friends, and go see Horrible Bosses. Do not bring your boss. And most importantly, if you're watching this and thinking to yourself, wow, it really sucks to work for someone else, think about starting your own business. It might actually work out for you. Thanks for watching my review, and I hope you'll join me again next time for another movie, anime, or DVD Blu-ray review. Bye! For more reviews and to find out about free contest giveaways, go to hauntedflowerreviews.com. My reviews are also available as a podcast on iTunes. Search for Haunted Flower Reviews and subscribe and leave us feedback and comments. Our store is hauntedflower.com, where we specialize in fantastic licensed apparel from movies, TV shows, video games, anime, and more. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/hauntedflower and Twitter at haunted_flower. If you're local to the Indianapolis area, visit indiemojo.com for details on how you can win free screening passes.